Hello, welcome to this channel. This is Northern Youth Corner and I'm Lanyardo Sinfiana. Today I want to talk about something so common, yet people overlook at it. Growth is going to cost you. Really, it's going to cost you. We have two types of growth. That's the physical growth and the personal growth. The physical growth is that all of us have been born and we grew up into these beautiful, handsome human beings. And it's the antenatal care, the nurturing, that's the physical growth. And then the personal growth, it's intentional, it's uncomfortable, very. And it's where you decide by yourself that I have to grow. I have to go down with it. It's up to you. You're going to reach a stage of life where you realize that things are changing. You realize that things you thought you needed actually not what you need anymore, right? Because in this life there are things that is going to push you to the limit. Everything has its own limit, and it's going to reach a moment where you feel like I've had enough. I've really had enough and I don't want this thing to get to me. Some of the people are going to just stop there and stop living. That's why they always say many are living but few are alive. There is a difference between that. Like you're living, you're doing something with your life, but there is someone who is just watching people live, but they're alive. Life is going, time is going, and they're just stuck there. People moving on. And growth is not glamorous. It's not wins. It's hard work. They always say hard work pays, right? You don't just wake up one day and you've turned up into this person that you've always dreamed about. You work to be that person. You work hard to be that person. And at the end of the day, it's going to pay you back. It's not something that is going to come in. Because when you plant into a garden, you don't wake up the next day in the morning and all your fruits and flowers are outside blooming. It's going to take months. It's going to take years. It's going to take weeks to get out of the ground. And that's growth. You water yourself on a fertile ground and then you grow. You clear the bush, you harvest what you have grown under the ground. The seed of it is always fruitful. And when it comes to growth, sacrifice is part of the journey. There are many things people sacrifice in this life to grow. Some people sacrifice relationships. Some people sacrifice the people that were close to them because they're seeing that those people are not taking them anywhere. Some people sacrifice the time that they used to waste. Some people sacrifice their comfort zone. Personally, let me tell you something. I sat one day, I was just bored that day, and I was like, what am I doing? I have lots to myself. What can I do with it? Because it reached a moment where I kept on feeling like my days are not productive, nothing. And then I had to move out of my comfort zone. This YouTube channel was created from my comfort zone. I moved out of it and I was like, let me do this. Let me force myself to do this. Even if I'm not comfortable, let me force myself to do this. I want to see where this is going to end. So just on a random day, I started it, not prepared, not nothing. Even right now, I'm not yet prepared for this YouTube channel. But the thing is, I keep on showing up. There's a time that I almost gave up, but sorry to myself. Yes, sorry to myself. So this is my part of growing. I'm sacrificing my comfort zone because I was this person who would just sit in my room doing nothing, watching movies, of course. And time could be passing, and I was happy about it until I felt like this is not how I want my life to be. No. So I believe this journey of mine is going to take me to growth. Even if I'm not sure, even if I'm scared, I want to do it. And it's not comfortable. It's not. Because I'm now not in my comfort zone. Yes, Then when it comes to growth, you're going to outgrow things, a lot of things. You're going to outgrow friends. You're going to outgrow things that you thought you needed. You're going to outgrow, as I said, staying in your comfort zone. You're going to outgrow people you thought you need, but actually those people don't even need you. You're going to realize that sometimes it's better you walk alone in a journey. And people who want to find you, they'll find you on the way. And you're going to crave less noise and more of honesty. There is too much noise. The noise I'm talking about is the judgments. The noise I'm talking about is the fear within you. The noise I'm talking about is validations. We often want to wait for people's validations to do some things. Like how people feel about us, how people feel about us doing some things. It's good sharing with people. Yes, it's really good. But it's not always like I first have to ask to do something. I have to ask to grow. I have to ask to be myself. And that's where we are wrong. Do it yourself. Do it even if you're scared. Do it. Even if you don't believe where this is going to take you. Just do it. Do it as you tell yourself, I want to see where this is going to take me. Don't give up. And in that journey, there is going to be less chasing and more becoming. We often chase people a lot. We chase people. We chase people's dreams instead of ours. Someone said that when you don't feed your dreams, someone else is going to pay you to feed their dreams. How do you feel after hearing that? Personally, when I heard it, I was like, yeah, that's real. That's real. Because in this country, in this society, we have been told that you can't do something without studying, right? You have to get a job. You can't create a job. And that's the mindset that we have always had. There are lots of resources around us that could help us get to somewhere. You can get a job, you can have a job. That's really fine. But if you have lots of potential, if you have those talents, if you have resources, why can't you create something? As the other job is going to finance your dream. Yeah? We all have talents. Personally, I have mine. You have yours. And what are we doing with that? You're going to have to embrace discomfort. You're going to have to learn to let go. Discomfort in doing things that you know that people are going to judge you and you fear that you're going to lose. That's discomfort. You have to embrace it. You tell yourself that I'm not sure where this is going to take me, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm not sure where this YouTube is going to take me, but I'm doing it anyways. I want to do it to see where this is going to end. And each and every time I record a video, I'm not comfortable. And my nervous system keeps on telling me, you're going to lose, you're not going to win. Why is this going to take you? You don't have followers, you don't have likes. What are you going to do? But I'm doing it for me, I'm doing it for you, anyone who is going to benefit. And so I keep on going, I keep on doing it, believing in myself that in years to come, I might be somewhere. Right now, I've just started this, but I believe. It's always believing in yourself that you can do something better. So here we are, me and you. You're watching me and I'm talking to you. And growth is going to go through your timeline. This is where your expectation is going to meet your reality. We expect to have a perfect life. We all expect to have nice clothes. We all expect to have nice houses. We all expect to have perfect girlfriends, perfect boyfriends, husbands or wife. But the reality is that you have to work for that job. The reality is that you're not going to steal those clothes from anywhere. The reality is that you can't just sit at home and expect for those things to come handy. That's the reality. You work for something. Not everyone is born with silver plates. Yeah. You toil, you work hard to be somewhere. You don't just dream about it. Motivation is never going to come. Motivation is never going to come. Don't wait for it. You act to be motivated. Actions bring motivations. You act and then you tell myself, yes, I'm doing this. And that's where the motivation starts. It's not going to come. Trust me. You're going to sit at home writing all those motivation words inside your notebooks, but doing nothing. At the end of the day, you're going to just be reading them each and every day. And then no actions. It's not going to help you. And motivation is going to cause you the desire to be understood. You're going to realize that you don't need to be understood anymore. We have two types of people. Those who want to be understood by everyone and those who don't care. Those who don't care. Exactly that. Don't care about people's opinions. Don't care about people's negative comments. Grow yourself into that person that you want to be. Almost everyone who are now somewhere, they all started with nothing. So don't tell me that you can't dream because you have nothing. You have nothing, but start with that planning. You plan to grow. You plan to be somewhere else. You plan to outgrow some characters that you had last year. Plan something great for yourself. Because when you create a better life for yourself, a life that feels like home, you're going to understand that you don't have to perform to feel worthy. You're already worthy. You're going to understand that that life that you've built is going to still call you and meet you on the way and still call you higher. And that's what success looks like. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. And it does not applause. But in the alignment, there is a quiet freedom that you find in that life. You're doing it out of your free will, intentional. And that's where freedom finally feels like peace. Let's look at growth as a business. You're planning on starting a business. You have your money, that's the capital. Yeah. You have your money and you've started that business with a good plans, and due to natural disasters, there is going to be loss, there is going to be interest, or there is going to be profit. Because in business, there is always those three things, right? Or maybe you don't have even the natural disasters, and your growth is interest, profit. At some point, you have loss. And that's exactly how life is. At some point you have loss, at some point you have profit, at some point you have interest. And all in those stages, you have to keep going. Don't stop. Don't close your life, don't close the business because you have incurred losses. Keep yourself going, because one day you're going to dig and dig and dig and find that box or treasure that you're looking for. And this is what I always tell myself, that I've started imperfect, I've started it small, I've started it scared, I've started it not sure, but the good thing, I moved out of my comfort zone and I decided to do the one thing that I thought I was best at. I told myself, why am I even studying? And then slowly I started to realize that there's going to be a time that I'll need all this knowledge. And yes, in every journey that you're going to walk, I pray that you grow. I pray that you plan to grow, even if it's going to cost you. Because even moving out of your comfort zone, even the timelines changing, even you losing friends, even you losing your old version of self, it's going to take you to bigger wins. And that's where we're all going. And if this video has been of help to you, I pray that you subscribe, and don't forget, next time we're still going to come back here. Don't forget to comment so that I know what to think about. And also don't forget to share. My name is Lanyardo Semfiona, and this is Northern Youth Corner.